lovely to see you also. Oh, someone's in Malaga. How lovely. I'm very jealous. I'm going up to Scotland on Friday, and I've never looked forward to a holiday as much as this. I just can't wait for a change of scene. And it should be, mind you, Nicola Sturgeon, it wouldn't be past her to close the border just as I'm getting there, but that happens, I'm sneaking over in the cover of darkness. Anyway, I need a holiday and to get away. It's been, I think we've all felt in sort of events world, a bit of a knockback really. Sort of, I feel incredibly sorry for people that reschedule weddings for 30 people and then were told that they can't happen. It felt like a bit of a kick in the teeth. And, you know, those who are planning to go to Spain and then, or were in Spain and all that sort of thing. So I feel we sort of have taken a step backwards, which is a little bit depressing, but, you know, who knows? I keep saying a month is a long time at the moment. Hopefully things will get better. Generally the figures are going in the right direction at the moment, but everyone's got to keep a lid on this. But anyway, we're trying to keep a heartbeat going out there in the events and supply side to events world. And we've got 3 fantastic presentations today. We've got Tamara from Stoke by Nayland, Francesca from Biscuiteers, and Hannah from BMA House. There are some prizes and offers in the presentation, so as normal, keep your ears pinned back for that nugget of information that you might get asked at the end, and then and when the presenter asks a question, you can send it in through the chat button. If you've got any questions, feel free to put those on the chat button. If we don't answer them today, we'll get the relevant person to answer directly. If everyone could make sure that they're on mute, apart from the person presenting and myself, that would be fantastic. But without any further ado, and it's a great pleasure to introduce Tamara from Stoke by Nayland, a property I don't know, so I'm really looking forward to hearing from Tamara. So I'm going to hand over to you now, Tamara. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Right, I'm just trying to get rid of the picture with everybody in it.
I think if you just share your screen, that'll happen.
Oh, right, okay. I'll do that now.
There we go. That's great. Yeah, we can all see that now. That's lovely.
Okay, well, welcome. Good morning, everybody. I'm Tamara Unwin, and I'm one of the family directors and owners at Stoke by Nayland Hotel, Golf, Spa and Lodges Resort on the Suffolk-Essex border near Colchester. Firstly, I'd just like to give you a bit of an idea of our family business, what we do, and then I'll tell you some more details about the resort, and finally focus in on the country lodges, which will probably be of most interest to you all today. So to begin with, my parents, Bill and Deborah Peake, started here with a 120-acre apple farm 80 years ago, over 80 years ago now, and they were true entrepreneurs. They actually, and they were way ahead of their time, and over the years they diversified from farming in 2 main ways. They created a fruit juice in our farmhouse kitchen called Capella, named after Cox's orange pippin apples, and my younger sister, sorry, Carmela, and it went on to become a brand leader, which we eventually sold to Tropicana in '97. Around the same time they started Capella, in about 1972, they diversified into golf and built 2 championship golf courses on our arable land. So now my second generation of the family is running the business, as well as Robert, who's my nephew, 3rd generation. And we were proud to have won Family Business of the Year, a national award last year. The judges liked the idea that we had created a family constitution. We have family council meetings, family assemblies every year. There's 12 in the next generation and 20 in the next. So we are quite a big family. So we have built up the business quite a lot since 2000. And this is now the group, which is Stoke by Nayland Hotel, Fox's Suffolk Farms, which is the original farming business, and Peak Fruit, which packs and markets fruit to the supermarkets. So on the farm, we grow all these wonderful fruits: apples, strawberries, raspberries, cherries, asparagus, and blueberries, which we supply to the farm, to the hotel and the lodges as well. So it's in all our restaurants and our shop. And it's lovely to have the fresh produce all year round. And we're very proud of our green credentials as well. As a family, we've been passionate about conservation, and we look upon ourselves as custodians of the countryside in which we live and work. So we've invested £5.5 million over the last few years in renewable green energy sources, such as these ones here. So, you know, there's solar panels and everything. The hotel is self-sustainable, and we've won several green awards, including Sustainable Tourism Award, which, and we're one of the East Anglian Green 100 companies. So just looking at the resort itself, I'll give you a bit of an overview of what we have. So there's 80 bedrooms in the hotel. We have the 2 championship golf courses, including a driving range and a golf simulator. The spa downstairs, we have the indoor pool, the lovely poolside facilities, and 13 treatment rooms. So we have a lot of spa breaks and spa days, very popular here. We have the Techno Gym for members. We've got 1,200 members here. The conference centre, we have 9 different rooms. Pre-COVID, for up to 450 in one room, live style, but obviously that's adjusted now. And we've got a 2 rosette restaurant, and we have the country lodges, which I'll come on to. So we're proud to have won several awards. One of them was Best Large Hotel. Visit England, we also got Best Business Tourism, and of course the Family Business Award. So you're probably all wondering what we've done. We've launched a Rest Reassured COVID-19 safety policy throughout the resort. And there's a huge amount we've done. We did a survey of 27,000 people, and the responses to that, we've added additional things to what the government guidelines are. And if you would like more details, at the bottom there, there's our website page, which gives everything there. So looking at the conference facilities, we can provide 1,000 square metres of exhibition space over the 9 rooms. We have free broadband of up to 200 megabits per second, which, you know, in the countryside is pretty unusual. But what's lovely about all the rooms, they're very large, so there's plenty of space for social distancing, and they all have private terraces, which with these amazing views over the area of outstanding natural beauty and coastal country. So you can have lots of different types of functions, and this shows you the sort of rooms that we have, and including the lobby here, you know, people sitting there for breakouts as well. And you can see the views over the lake here. So golf is what we started with, and we have a lot of corporate golf days and very big worldwide televised events as well, such as European Senior Tour, European Challenge Tour. We've had Nick Faldo's World Series as well. So we're a renowned course, particularly for these types of events. And you can see here what the courses look like, and how the seniors tour looks like. And we also have this golf simulator, which is great fun, you know, for corporate customers, particularly in the evenings, you know, if it's raining one day and they don't want to go on the golf course, then we've got this lovely simulator where you can play Wentworth and Carnoustie and courses all over the world for an hour at a time. Looking at the spa facilities, we have a beautiful indoor pool, and we obviously give lots of treatments as well, using Decleor and knee makeup and neon treatments, which some of you may know. And we invested a lot in our too, so it's unusually large, but I know. So, turning to the lodges, if you are looking for an idyllic location, which is not too far away from London, we are literally an hour. We're 45 minutes from Liverpool Street Station to Colchester, and then it's just a 15-minute drive from there, and we can actually provide people carrier to do that. It's in a beautiful area, yet so close to London, but we're also just 45 minutes from the M25 and from Stansted Airport. And we provide everything you need for a luxury lodge retreat, including the additional golf spa and dining facilities at the hotel, which is literally a 2-minute drive away. So this is what the lodges look like. So there's 5 of these buildings, and they are separated into 2 self-contained units. The upstairs are penthouse lodges with huge bedrooms. They all have open plan kitchen dining areas. So altogether you can sleep 16 executives over the 5 lodges. They all have ensuite bathrooms, obviously. And then there's a meeting room on site, which you'll see in a second. And we provide all the catering on site as well. And you have the benefits of all the additional facilities at the hotel. So this is the open plan lounge area. And you can see, you can put, some small breakout rooms you can use for this as well. These are the lovely penthouse bedrooms. And you can see the vast open spaces, comfortable country. And we can deliver breakfast to the lodges as well from the hotel, so you don't have to leave the lodge for breakfast if you don't want to cater for yourselves. And this is the Honey Tie meeting room, which is right next door to the lodges. So you can have various setups in this as a boardroom style as well. And this is one of the corporate retreats that we have had to show, the sort of space that there is there. And just a couple of testimonials here. Virgin Active came in from London. There were 16 directors for 3 nights. And, they were making comments about how, it's great for team building, and having a hotel nearby was good as well, and close to London. And this one is Croston Press fruit juices. They're from London again, 25 of them for 2 nights. And they wanted to just find somewhere different, inspirational, as he says, a break from the norm, and a flexibility that they wanted. I know they played rounders one night, they had a barbecue. They liked the fact that they were eco lodges because, they are completely self-sustainable with their energy. And big wooden decks, as they say, were great as well. So we can tailor-make various packages for the lodges where you can add in things like rounds of golf, sessions at the driving range and tuition, boot camps we do from Peak Fitness, and obviously spa treatments. And we offer orchard tours on the fruit farms, and any type of team building event, because we are in partnership with an agency locally. And our chefs can do cookery masterclasses. So this obviously pre-COVID, but this is one of the teams. This is the Corsican Press team outside the lodge. They did some team building. They actually created their own juices, which was relevant to them, and had a lot of fun doing it. This in the kitchens in the lodge. And we did an orchard tour for them around our apple orchards with our farms director, Robert England here. And something new as well, we're doing teepee weddings now because we have a lot of land around the lodges area, and you can have glamping pods and giant teepees as well. So if you're looking for something completely different, we can offer that. We can give you yoga classes on the lake. This is the giant teepee. We did cookery masterclass. This was actually PepsiCo, who held an influencers weekend here. And this was the giant teepee that was all decorated up. So these are the sorts of things you can have on site. And of course, lovely campfire gatherings in the evening. So we offer something very different here at Stoke by Nayland. We're a family business. We feel we like to give a very personal service. We get wonderful testimonials on TripAdvisor and elsewhere just about the service they receive and how different it is. And I'll finish by just offering for bookers who are looking to book an event, a conference meeting or a lodge retreat, if they can book something before the end of October and a minimum value of 2,000, then you will receive a spa break for 2 at Stoke by Nayland Hotel with a dinner, bed and breakfast, and a couple of treatments in a spa day and lunch. So hopefully somebody will take that up. And we're also offering a prize for the prize draw of the sparkling afternoon tea for 2 at the hotel. You just need to answer this question, please. I'm not quite sure how that's done with the chairman, but you just need to say how many championship golf courses there are at Stoke by Nayland Hotel. So
Mara, that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. And what a delightful property and business you have. I love family businesses, actually. And the next speaker we've got is actually, it is a family business, and my son is the 9th generation working in a family business, one of the oldest in the world, I think, and there's something very, very special about them. It's absolutely wonderful. And I think corporate offsites may see a golden age in the future when people are, if people are working more remotely, there's going to be more of a need for that sort of thing. So what better place, and with those facilities, and it's not, with the cross section of their wellness and the golf and everything, absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And that's really nice. That's lovely. And now I'm going to pass over to Francesca from Biscuiteers, which is a family-owned business. Very, very different. I think the owners are in Suffolk, so not very far away from you tomorrow at the moment. So, Francesca, welcome. Lovely to see you, and I'm going to hand over to you now.
All right, thank you very much. I'm just going to share my screen, so tell me if there's any issues. So yeah, my name is Francesca. I am from a company called Biscuiteers. So it's very different from the other kind of speakers that you've had on this one and previous ones, as we're not an event space. We're much more in retail, and obviously we are biscuits. But before I kind of go into the presentation, I'd just really like to show you the video, just kind of visualize a bit more about what we do, and hopefully kind of give you a bit more of an insight into Biscuiteers in general. So yeah, so we at Biscuiteers, I'm just going to share the presentation with you. So from a company called Biscuiteers, so we obviously specialise in biscuits, and our mission is to deliver a little Biscuiteers magic, one ice biscuit at a time, and that's kind of been very important, I think, over the last few months with the current situation. Bear with me.
Hello, I'm...
Sorry about that, we had our founder speaking there. So yeah, so just in terms about Biscuiteers, so as Guy mentioned, we are a family-run business, so we are still owned by a couple, Harriet and Stevie, who set the company up about 13 years ago in September. So we are based in London, and that's kind of one of our biggest selling points. We were based in Kennington until last year, and we've actually just moved to South Wimbledon. Our kind of aim is kind of why send flowers when you can send Biscuiteers. Harriet and Stevie kind of saw a gap in the gifting market 13 years ago when they were actually on holiday in New York, and this is where Biscuiteers was spawned from. So they set it up 13 years ago in South London, and our aim is just kind of create a gift for every occasion. So hopefully some of you are familiar with what we do, but we literally have a gift for everything. So whether it's for new babies, birthdays, thank yous, obviously Christmas is a huge market for us. And then just in terms of kind of last year, we're quite a big operation. So last year we made over 2 million biscuits and fulfilled over kind of 100,000 orders. We are worldwide, so we ship internationally, and all our biscuits are made to be posted, so there's never any breakages or anything like that. And we're primarily an online business, but we also have 2 boutiques in London. And we also have a big corporate business, which is what I head up, and also a wholesale division. So we wholesale into Selfridges, Harvey Nichols, Phoenix, to name a few. The kind of key USPs about us is that we are all handmade. So every single biscuit is done by hand, as you can see from the video. We don't use any kind of printing techniques or anything like that. It's all done by hand, and we literally just sit above kind of hundreds of ices at Christmas who do all of this. We're very proud to be a British brand as well. We do everything in-house. We bake all the biscuits, we ice everything. We then kind of take care of the whole packaging and then dispatch worldwide. So as mentioned, we've got 2 boutiques. Obviously they were shut just during the early days of the pandemic, but they have now reopened, which I'm very happy to say. So we have 2 ones in London. So we've got one in Clapham and then one in Notting Hill. They're really great brand pieces for us. As you can see, they're very Biscuiteers. We also kind of do a lot of icing activities there as well. So you can bring guests in and they can do kind of DIY classes, learning how to ice some of our collections, as well as offering kind of afternoon teas. And we are licensed as well. So we are able to kind of do drinks, and you're able to do kind of private events there as well. So in terms of kind of the corporate side, which is something that we're quite renowned for, is that we do a huge amount of bespoke work for our clients. So we create, so we kind of work with very different brands to create unique gifts for them. So whether it's some kind of product launches, we've worked recently with a lot of companies who are saying thank you to employees for kind of getting through the last few months or coming back from furlough or things like that. And we're able to kind of create an entirely bespoke design in terms of the biscuit, as well as creating completely branded packaging, and then obviously kind of shipping out on behalf of that client, so it arrives with the recipient through the letterbox. And on the right, you can just see a few of the different bespoke pieces that we've worked with in the past. So we have Charlotte Tilbury, Christian Dior, Harrods, and then just a few of the other brands that we've worked with as well below. So in terms of the corporate gifting side, so I've just mentioned that we do a lot of bespoke work, and that's what we're kind of really known for. But we also have a huge range of products online, which I'll show you a bit later on. So we're able to kind of take any of those products, we're able to brand them, whether it's with packaging or gift notes or anything like that. We're also able to adapt a lot of our existing range. So for example, with the Sky gift you see there, so something for our Christmas range, but then we can brand that with your logo. We can also go fully bespoke. And we have a dedicated team on hand. So my team are amazing, and they're kind of there to support you through every step of the way. So this is kind of to show you a bit of the products that we do sell. So they're all hand iced in our Ministry of Biscuits, and we've got a few different product ranges. So we go from our, on the left, we go from our biscuit tins. So all our packaging is hand illustrated. So I've just got an example of our Paddington one, which we hold the license for. So that comes with 9 hand-iced biscuits and kind of in one of our really beautiful tins. And then as we go to the right, we also have letterbox biscuits. And these are really, I think, important in the past few months because obviously they're contact-free delivery. And we're kind of going from our letterbox with 5 down to 1, and then our Jolly Gingers, which are gingerbread men. Obviously, we absolutely do corporate discounts. This is just kind of give you an idea of our online prices. And then it just mentions we've also kind of changed tactic in terms of how we've worked with clients in the past few months. We used to do a huge amount of events, so creating kind of branded gifts, for example, where Christian Dior were doing a new fashion launch, or Charlotte Tilbury doing a new perfume launch. We would create that product, but obviously the event side has kind of lessened in the past few months, so we've kind of moved much more into the employee and kind of client gifting. So here we just kind of got a few different products, and the back to work one, back to work letterbox biscuit is actually new. We've only launched that this week, and that's really quite a nice one. We're seeing people buy that who are kind of returning from furlough and kind of coming back into the office as well. So Christmas is our biggest market by far, and actually we've started our Christmas production yesterday, on Monday actually. So we work very far in advance, and we change our collections every single year. So here we've just kind of got a little bit of a sneak peek at some of the new collections, which obviously haven't launched as yet. So we obviously got our biscuit tin, our Happy Christmas biscuit tin on the left. And then we have our Spirits of Christmas, which is brand new for this year, and I think that'll be a really good one for Christmas 2020. And then we've just kind of got a few different ones with our Christmas tree letterbox biscuit and Jolly Ginger. And then events. So obviously our boutiques are now open. So we love doing kind of events. We do a huge amount of corporate events in store. So as mentioned, we can kind of get clients in, we can take care of them in terms of kind of doing a full afternoon tea. And then we can kind of do some icing activities. We can do something kind of quite relaxed, probably about half an hour, to something much more in depth, depending on how interested they are in learning the skills. But we also can do external events, which I think is something that we do a lot. So we can actually have our ISOs come out to a venue of your choosing, anywhere you want in the UK, and we can just bring all the biscuits, we bring the icing, and we lead a class, and that's quite a fun thing to do. It's just a bit different from kind of the usual kind of team activities, I guess. And we found it's really nice one to do. But yeah, as mentioned, all our boutiques are completely licensed and completely available for private hire as well. And then yeah, so I think in terms of the corporate side, we'd obviously really love to invite kind of everyone who's in the course today to become part of our Biscuits for Business Club. So all we can do, obviously we'll share this presentation with you after, but we just would ask you to kind of let us know, and then we'll set you up, and that means you'll get 10% off all online orders, which will be automatically applied at checkout for you. And then this is the team so far. So obviously there's 3 of us at present. So if there's any questions or anything like that, or if you want to see samples or just receive our corporate brochure, just let us know, and we would be happy to help. And that's
fantastic. Thank you so much. They are so beautiful. I think you had a question for us for the prize of a box of lollipop biscuits. Is that right?
Yes. So for our summer range, we've got our Ice Lollies biscuit tin, which is 9 biscuits in. So my question was, how many biscuits did we ice last year?
Very good. Thank you. And Francesca, quickly, how have sales held up well over the sort of the lockdown and everything we've been having?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we had to, the shops were closed for a little while, but no, I think during lockdown, it was actually quite a surprise for us, because everyone was sending gifts to loved ones, and because we are online and they are letterbox friendly, they just fit straight through, so there's no issues with that. So no, it's been a surprisingly good time for us, but yeah, very odd one though as well.
Oh, brilliant. I can't recommend Biscuiteers highly enough. I mean, Stevie and Harriet are great friends of mine. Actually, Stevie catered my wedding 30 years ago. They're wonderful people. And I think they're innovators. It's a British company. I think Harriet does a lot in sort of women in business. I think they're a great example of sort of fantastic entrepreneurs building a great business in London. I think it's they're brilliant. And thank you, Francesca. That was
just
great.
a quick one, Guy. We had a couple of questions about whether you can do vegan and ketogenic, which I don't know. It's for treating it. Do you do specials?
We do. So we do gluten-free and we do vegan. It's launching in September, so that'll be ready for Christmas. I'm not too familiar with the last one, but they are suitable for vegetarians and kind of no nuts or anything like that.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. I'm sure, and we had some very nice comments coming in on how wonderful these are. So you've got sort of a fan base, but I can't recommend them highly enough as a gift. Brilliant. And now, last but not least, so we've got Hannah from BMA House. Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
Great. I'm going to hand over to you now.
Great, thank you. Hi everyone, my name's Hannah. I'm the Senior Sales and Events Planner at BMA House. I hope you've all enjoyed the presentations so far, they've been great. Before I go on to my presentation, I just wanted to sort of touch on what's kind of on everyone's mind at the moment and what we're doing as a venue, obviously the pandemic. So at the moment we are working towards a October reopening. We don't have an official day confirmed at this stage, but it will be in line with government guidance. So I'll touch on this in a bit more detail, but BMA House is the headquarters of the British Medical Association. So what I wanted to reassure you today is obviously when we do relaunch, we'll be doing everything that we can to ensure that yourselves and all your delegates are completely safe. We've got a number of policies in place that we'll be adhering to. And as and when we do have a relaunch date, what we will do is we've got collateral in terms of everything that we are doing. So we'll send that all out to you. In terms of today, we've also got a 10% discount on room hire to offer anyone that does book with us at any point. So hopefully you'll enjoy the presentation, and just bear with me now. I'm just going to share my screen.
That's great, thanks.
do let me know if there's any problems sound-wise, because there's audio over this.
Will do.
Welcome to BMA House, the headquarters of the British Medical Association. The British Medical Association is the not-for-profit trade union for doctors in the UK. You may have heard them a lot in the news recently. BMA House is located in Tavistock Square and is a stunning Grade 2 listed building which was designed by Sir Edward Lutyens in 1911 and has been home to the British Medical Association since 1925. BMA House is in the heart of Bloomsbury and well connected, being just 6 minutes from Euston, 10 minutes from King's Cross and 15 minutes from Tottenham Court Road. Whilst we do not have any bedrooms on site, there are a number of hotels in the area which we have preferred rates for. BMA House has 22 event spaces and 2 outdoor spaces. BMA House prides itself on our work with CH&Co in creating delicious and nutritious menus that centre around well-being. Whether you're looking for a gala dinner, a canapé reception or lunch to keep your guests motivated, our chefs will work with you to create innovative and tasty options. Sustainability is a huge focus for us at BMA House, and this is reflected in our menus. We have an entirely plant-based menu and we use local, seasonal and British ingredients, and CH&Co ensure that our suppliers adhere to the same high ethical and sustainability standards. The majority of the rooms at BMA House are across 4 floors and centre around our beautiful courtyard. You will now see this in a bit more detail. We are going to see a quick snapshot of all the rooms that we have at BMA House. Starting on the ground floor, moving up to the first floor with our flagship space, the Great Hall. The video takes you up to our second floor smaller meeting rooms, onto the third floor Art Deco spaces, then down to our outdoor spaces and lower ground floor rooms. I will touch on our key spaces in more detail later. As mentioned earlier, sustainability is at the heart of what we do. This has won us a Gold for Green Tourism Award, the Greenest Venue Award for 2 years, and also Best Conference Venue, among others. We have a number of initiatives in place, including removing single-use plastic from the venue, as well as recycling around the building and efficient use of our lighting and air conditioning. BMA House was one of the first venues to produce a fully plant-based menu and DDR, known as our Well-Grounded package. Our Well-Grounded package includes fresh mint tea breaks and healthy snacks and starts from £75 plus VAT. At BMA House, we offer the same DDR whether you are hiring our medium-sized meeting rooms or our stunning Great Hall. We offer a DDR for £65 plus VAT for a sandwich lunch and £85 plus VAT for a hot or cold fork buffet. The minimum will differ per room and prices will vary according to peak months. We are also happy to offer room hire with minimum catering spend, and we do this for our smaller meeting rooms. We offer a 15% discount to NHS and charities and 25% discount to members. We are a fully accessible venue with lifts to all rooms and accessible gates and toilets. BMA House is licensed for weddings and we have 4 beautiful spaces for ceremonies with 3 new all-inclusive packages, the Thyme, Rosemary and Lavender. BMA House is hugely popular in the summer due to our stunning outside spaces, but sadly we may not get to enjoy those this year, but we look forward to doing so next year. We offer barbecue and street food packages, but this year we hope to focus on Christmas, with our A Party in a Pear Tree package starting from £105 plus VAT for dinners and £85 plus VAT for drinks receptions. You will have seen most of our rooms, but I'll now go through our most popular rooms in more detail. On our ground floor, we have our most popular rooms, the Paget and the Snow. The Paget can accommodate up to 156 theatre style, 80 cabaret, 120 for dinner and 160 standing. The Paget is named after one of the founders of scientific medical pathology, Sir James Paget, and has direct access to the courtyard, making it perfect for evening drinks, receptions and dinners. Directly opposite the Paget and often sold together, our snow room is full of natural daylight and can accommodate up to 160 standing, making it a great catering space for the Paget or combined together for the Great Hall. The snow can also accommodate up to 64 cabaret, 80 for dinner, 105 theatre style. Both the snow and the Paget are licensed for weddings. Heading up to the first floor, we are now in our flagship room of the BMA, the Great Hall. Perfect for dinners and award ceremonies or for large conferences. Our theatre style seating is retractable and sits under the stage, making the large space easier to turn around. This 28-foot high room features floor to ceiling Corinthian columns painted with gold leaf and has a built-in stage, speakers room and comes with all the AV and a technician due to the size of the space. The Great Hall is also licensed for weddings and can do 294 theatre style, 160 cabaret, 200 dining or 300 standing. Staying on the first floor, we are now in our Prince's Room, which is arguably the most stunning space at BMA House and my favourite space. It was originally designed as a stateroom for the royal patron of the BMA, but is now used for drinks receptions, dinners and hosting small weddings. It is also a lovely space for smaller meetings with a wow factor. The Prince's Room comes with an adjoining annex perfect for catering and can accommodate 72 theatre style, 42 cabaret, 54 dining and up to 90 standing. Heading up to our third floor now, and you're about to see two of our most popular meeting room spaces. Here we see the Bevan, which goes perfectly with our Harvey room as well. The Bevan suite is made up of the Black, Lister and Fleming rooms and can accommodate up to 150 theatre or 77 cabaret. All of our meeting rooms have built-in AV and come with 3 microphones, data projector or screen and tech support for setup. Combined with the Bevan suite, the Harvey room is perfect for catering as well, with views over London. However, it can be utilised on its own, having the capacity to accommodate up to 84 theatre style, 42 cabaret or 100 standing. As you will have seen in the video, we have a number of small meeting rooms. All of our meeting rooms comes with plasma screens, access to microphones if you need them, flip charts and tech support to set up as well. These range anything from 8 to 30 boardroom. Heading back downstairs to one of our lower ground floor rooms now, we are in our garden room, which is utilised as a member space during the day but can be hired with the garden in the evening for drinks receptions and dinners. The space is available to hire from 6:30 and has direct access to our stunning garden. We've recently started hosting Christmas in here and can do up to 50 seated and 90 standing. Our Mindful Garden is a beautiful and tranquil space, perfect for delegates to grab some fresh air throughout the day. As we are a membership organisation, staff and members can use it in the day, which means we can only hire this space in the evening from 6:30, alongside the garden room. It has original brickwork from Charles Dickens' house in the garden, and it's the perfect place for summer parties and drinks receptions. We can have barbecues out here and can accommodate up to 90 people standing. Finally, our most recognisable space at BMA House, the stunning courtyard at the centre of the building. The key features of the courtyard which make it so spectacular for corporate and private events are the 2 war memorials. Designed by Sir Edward Lutyens, the memorial gates were dedicated by the Archbishop of Canterbury on the same day as the official opening of BMA House in 1925. The fountain was designed in 1954 by sculptor James Woodford. The courtyard provides an opulent setting for outdoor events including barbecues and summer parties, which is a rare find in central London. This space can be hired with the Snow, Paget or Great Hall and can be hired exclusively in the evening or used by guests in the day to get some air. The courtyard can accommodate up to 320 standing. And last but not least, another USP for BMA House is our people. Our team of 5 planners and our sales manager will take you from initial inquiry all the way to on-the-day event delivery and post-event follow-ups. We go through on the day how you can contact us with phones in every room that direct dial through to our office. We're a super friendly team and we are here to help at any time. We are still doing virtual tours and hope to be able to welcome you into the building in the future. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and if you want to keep up with us, here are all our social media channels.
Okay, and now on to our quiz question. Sadly, because we're not open, we can't offer you any edible prizes, but we will offer a 15% room hire discount to whoever wins the question, and that can be applied anytime. So our quiz question is, what is the name of our 2020 Christmas package?
Hannah, that's fantastic. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Really remarkable building, bang in the middle of London. Versatile outdoor space, conferencing, party space, wedding space. I mean, really, really, really impressive. And so thank you very much for sharing that with us all. And, you know, I think for those of you out there, at some stage, you know, you'll have an event that can go into BMA House because it is such a versatile space. Once again, it's been thank you so much to all, Hannah, Tamara and Francesca, for presenting. It's really, really kind. And I think, you know, for me, I learn stuff every week from this. And, you know, as you can tell by the colour of my hair, I've been knocking around the events industry for quite a long time, and I still learn every week. So That's fantastic. Thank you. And I think we've got probably got some winners of prizes. And to do that, am I handing over to you, Clifford, or to you, Charmian and Michael? To you guys. Have you got winners of our prizes?
Yes, we have. We've not been idle. As ever, the comebacks have been almost instantaneous.
Right.
Starting with Stoke by Nayland, Tamara. The sparkling tea for two. The prize winner is Marissa Irons, and we'll connect you with Marissa, of course. The next prize, Biscuiteers, we have a prize winner, Angela McCurdy-Batic. I think I've got that name right. So well done, Angela.
Right.
And the last prize, but not least, BMA House, which is an extra discount, which is a great thing to take to the boss at the moment, especially with a London destination, is Heather Caution from Sony Picture Corporation.
Fantastic.
So congratulations to all three of you.
Yes, well done.
Well done. Thank you. Thank you, Michael and Charmian. So everyone, lovely to see you all. As I said, I'm away next week, which I'm not going to apologise about. I can't wait to be away. And I hope you all are managing to get away, sort of see family, friends, have a staycation, something like that. I think we all sort of need to get out of our bubbles or whatever. But in the meantime, thanks to everyone for coming. Clifford and Charmian and Mike will be sending around details of next week's showcase. And I will then see you in a couple of weeks' time. But lovely to see you all. Thanks very much for being here. Thanks to our presenters, and have a great week. Thank you. Bye.
Charmian, I think we could stop recording now.
Yeah.